Hi everyone, Ernie Tech here, and this is one of them videos that is just weird, but well, it's worth watching. Usually I don't like doing these on the computer screen type of things. I'd like you to, be in the shop with me, see my hands, watch the boss walk by, but every once in a while, you got to do it. So watch this, just watch this. This is something called NotebookLM, and instead of trying to explain it to you, just watch. NotebookLM is something from Google. I'll call them sources of information. For instance, this case, I want to do a thing about Ohm's Law. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this particular website and I'm going to add that website to my notebook. So far, so good, right? Now I want to take I want to take a YouTube video. No problem. Let's do that. And I want to add that to my notebook as well. Over here in the left-hand column. I'm going to put that in there. So now I've added a Wikipedia article and I've added an Ohm's Law YouTube video. And then finally I'm going to add a PDF file that I found. Pretty easy, right? And I'm going to drop that into the sources for my notebook on Google's NotebookLM. Easy breezy. Same thing. Drop it in. Insert, and there it is. 3 sources of information that I want to say from the internet about good old Ohm's Law. But I want to create something a little bit more. I can get a fact, a timeline, a study guide, a table of contents, whatever. I can get the usual stuff. You can get this stuff from other note-taking things like OneNote and Evernote and stuff like that. But you can't get this. Over here it says Deep Dive Conversation. I'm going to hit this button right here, generate, and that little thing is going to start spinning. And then, yes, eventually, quite a bit of time later, actually, I get this. I get this little thing right here, this little arrow over the untitled notebook. And when I press that button, this is what we get.
Welcome to our deep dive, and today we're going to be looking at the world of electricity.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We're going to be focusing on Ohm's Law specifically.
Okay.
And you've given us a really great mix of sources for this one.
Excellent.
So we have a YouTube video from Electronics Lab.
Okay.
We've got some excerpts from a Wikipedia article.
Uh-huh.
And we've even got a little snippet from a physics lab manual.
Wow. So we've got visual, we've got theoretical, and we've even got the practical.
Exactly. That's the goal.
Yeah.
So our mission today
Okay.
is to really unravel this thing called Ohm's Law.
Oh.
Not just as a formula, but to really understand how it shapes the circuits that power, like, literally everything around us.
All right, I'm ready.
Are you ready to dive in?
Let's do it.
All right, so the Electronics Lab video starts off by defining Ohm's Law as current is directly proportional to voltage, with resistance being the constant of proportionality.
Okay.
And that gives us the famous equation V equals IR is.
Yep. And the beauty of that equation is...
Okay, I stopped it because it goes on for 11 minutes, 17 minutes. So, yeah, you're not going to put up with 17 minutes. But here's the thing. This NotebookLM created a 2-person podcast. Now, yeah, I added the picture of the guy and the girl and put John and Jane or Jack and Joe, whatever I put in there, just to be cute. But there's nobody here. There's no person in there. I didn't write the script. What it did was it extracted from the 3 little sources that we put in all the information it needed to generate a perfectly sounding human. I mean, your grandmother's not going to know the difference when you play this. They're not going to believe this isn't real people. When I was at my club meeting and I presented this, they were mesmerized. I was mesmerized. There are people in my club that are beyond smart. I mean, they're off the chart smart, and they're like, "Oh my God, this changes everything. This changes everything." All right. Now, notwithstanding that, it gives you some basic stuff too. For instance, it'll give you a frequently asked questions. While it's doing that, let's just rename it to Ohm's Law. There it is, frequently asked questions. This is extracted from the sources, whether they be verbal or written or PDFs or whatever. As long as it can read them, it's going to do them. Unbelievable. Let's also generate a briefing doc. There's your briefing doc. Okay. I'm absolutely amazed by this thing, and I hope you realize that there's two things to this. One, it's a fantastic learning tool. There was a guy in my club that was not real happy about this. He said that the human element is going away. Well, the cat's out of the bag, kids. What can I tell you? We can't turn it back. We can't turn back the clock. It's here. It's in our laps. Let's kind of see where it goes. The other thing, of course, it can be used for no good, because I've played with this thing, and you can put into a PDF file anything you want. You can say the moon's made out of Swiss cheese, and it may stop you. It may say, listen, we got this PDF, and it says the moon's made out of Swiss cheese. We know it's not. So it's smart enough to do that, but there's a lot of things that it's not smart enough to know are actually bogus. So way down here at the bottom, I don't know if you can read this or not, way too tiny, NotebookLM can make mistakes. No kidding. So double check it. Yeah, no fooling around. Anyway, and, things like that. What's this one, a study guide? What's this one going to do? Anyway, this is something that is groundbreaking, ground-changing innovation, taking AI to the next level. You fill in the blanks. But it's one of them things that we all, at this big club meeting, the club I belong to is big. It's big, big, big. And there was maybe 40 or 50 people at the meeting and a whole bunch online. And it was all over. They looked at me and went, holy cow. And I said, yeah, it certainly is a big friggin' cow. So anyway, that's NotebookLM. Try it out for yourself. Fool around with it and see what you can come up with. Enjoy the podcast that it makes. I think it might pass the Turing test. I can't tell the difference between those people and the real people, although there is sometimes some artifacts. And every once in a while, I think I heard a third person in the conversation, but I guess that's to be expected. Try it out, see what you think. Use it for good and not for evil. And I always bring you the interesting stuff, don't I? I think I do. All right, that's it for now. Subscribe if you must, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.